Hey everyone, welcome to my Season 14 Lux Guide. I'll be going over two main builds that I've been personally using to quickly hit Challenger with a 72% win rate. The first one is a very fun, slow ramping AP build, while the second one is more Enchanter and team oriented. I'll be providing timestamps below, so feel free to skip to any desired part, and make sure to like and subscribe as it helps me make more content like this. So let's go over the ramp up Lux build. This is what I use most of the time when I play mid or APC. With all the new changes this season, Ludens doesn't feel as strong as they used to be, and some of the items that looked very good on her quickly got nerfed over the first few weeks. The core items for this build are Malignance, Horizon, and Deathcap. Now, why Malignance, you ask? This item in Ulti Hunter gives you a much higher uptime on your ult CD, which allows you to always have lane prio. Pair with First Strike, you'll be able to constantly poke the enemy for gold, which in returns give you more items, which means more damage, and more damage equals more gold. And this reps up your gold generation for a much bigger power spike in the mid game. You'll see in some of these clips how much pressure I'm applying to the enemy team by constantly poking them with ults. This build is not about bursting and one-shotting people, even though it can. It's more about constant pressure and never letting the enemy look for fights or objectives since you're always lasering them down. Here are situational items. Always look to get Magi's if you have A+ Dark Seal stacks and know you won't lose them. Here are some runes alternative. Comment if you need more lane presence or can't always lane your ults. And this setup for the best scaling and highest damage potential. I wouldn't really recommend this if you're not good at always landing blind ults though. Quick notes, if you want more damage with your burst, make sure to detonate your E after hitting your ult so you can benefit from the Malignance MR Shred burn. Now moving on to the second build. Enchanter Lux is a lot stronger than ever this season, thanks to the update of the support items. This is probably the most versatile build for Lux since you have so many item options. I always use this build whenever I play Lux support. It is viable APC, but it's a lot better support with the support item upgrades. I've never tried a mid lane, so I won't mention that role. My core items are Staff of Flowing Water, Archangel, and Moonstone. You want to get tier on your first recall, then start building towards Staff, so by the time you get your Archangel second, it'll be fully stacked. Tier helps with mana sustain early and allows you to constantly poke the enemy without going oom. I like Archangel on support because it gives you more AP so you still do damage and is a great defensive item against Assassin. It feels amazing since the shield gets amplified with all the heal and shield power from your items and runes. If you don't like Archangel though, you can skip it and go Mandate instead, especially if they don't have Assassins. Speaking of runes, these are my go-to. Field Bash can be proc twice with one Lux W if you're going to trade often in lane. Otherwise, it can be swapped to Bone Plating for harder matchups or Fun of Life if you have a lot of auto attackers on your team. For support upgrade, always use Dreammaker, but Celestial Opposition can be viable if you're against Assassins and don't want to go Archangel. For the skill order, this is very important. For support, you want to put 3 points in E for early poke and then W max, and then you Q max. We don't put more points in E since we mostly use it as a slow/zoning spell later on, and we want to reduce our Q cooldown as soon as possible so we can land more bindings. If you're playing APC, then you E max for wave clear into W max. Once you reach your core items, you'll have 100% uptime on your W shield, which means 100% uptime on staff. You really want to play Lux like an Enchanter and dance around your teammates to hit as many Ws as you can. She feels very strong in team fights, especially if your team has a frontline and good sustain. That's about it for the build guides on Lux this season. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. I'll be working on another guide for map control, team fights, and positioning next, so keep an eye on that. And again, feel free to like, subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. I stream on Twitch almost every day at 11 Eastern, and I have a second YouTube channel where I post gameplay every other day, so make sure to check this out. Thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.